Well, hello, hi, this is Anna Kitney from Version. This is my first Facebook Live. I've been telling my students to do one of these, and so I normally pre-record mine, so this will be basically ad-lib. Here we go. So what I wanted to share with you this evening is an energy clearing session. This is using the Theta healing techniques. I know some of you watching are Theta healers, so this is going to be really powerful for you. If you're completely new to Theta healing, this is an energy healing modality aimed at changing limiting beliefs into empowering ones. And so when you change how you think, you change your reality, okay? You change your actions and therefore your results. So this is one of the most powerful modalities I've ever come across. I've been a student of personal development for, since I was 23. So yeah, a long time. And I've always been seeking, questions on how to change my mindset, how to change my thinking, how to change my results. And thinking has been by far the most powerful and the fastest way. Hi, Osami, hopefully I pronounced that correctly. It's your birthday. Oh, happy birthday. It is perfect. So this is for you. This is for you. And Sabrina as well. Sabrina's on the call as well. What I'm going to do with you guys this evening is just to tune into everyone that's going to be watching this video and really change some limiting beliefs to do with love. Now, in my practice, in my company, one of the most common things that people come to me for is for love. They're asking, like, where's my soulmate? Where is he? Where is she? Or I have a relationship, but I'm having conflict. I can't keep the relationship. I keep going from person to person. It doesn't seem to last. Or I'm in a relationship right now. It's not working. I'm unhappy. I'm feeling unloved. I'm feeling disrespected. So this is like number one. Number one is love, and number two is money. That's the big things that people come to me for. And so what I want to do with you guys is actually do an energy clearing just to clear some of the most common blocks to do with love and in creating lasting love. My name is Anna Kitney. I have been married for 16 years now. I've been with my husband since I was 23. So we've been together quite a long time now. And we've got 2 children, and we've had our ups and downs. I've been through a lot of the cycle of marriage, from the first kind of honeymoon period, that lust period where all you want to do is hold each other and kiss each other and be all over each other, right through companionship and mutual respect. We've even had really difficult times where we've had arguments and considered divorce. So we've been through the whole journey. And it was really Theta healing that actually kept us together. I'll be really honest. It was Theta healing. When I started to change my belief systems and how I thought about marriage, how marriage changed as a result of having children, how marriage changed as a result of living with someone. It's one thing to attract a soulmate. It's another thing to actually live with that person forever and ever. You know, those vows and oaths we make, we actually have to get along with that person for a very long time. So I've been through that entire journey, and I've learned a lot. My husband knows how to push my buttons. He helps me to grow. He grounds me. So there's so much that my husband gives me. And we have an amazing relationship, an absolutely amazing relationship now, thanks to Theta healing. So I see more people have joined. Hi, Naomi. Hello, hello, hello. I miss you. It's been ages since I've seen you, my love. Who else? Dima, hello. Karen, Joe, Deborah, Pusa. Hope I pronounced that correctly. So welcome, guys. Okay, so I'm going to do an energy clearing for love, attracting love, and actually keeping love. So as I'm kind of working with you guys, if you've got any challenges that you're experiencing to do with love, just post it in the comments panel, and I'll do a clearing for you. Chantal, hello, hello, hi. Okay, so let me just tune into everyone. So this is a live, obviously, this is a Facebook Live, but if you're listening to the recording, the healing will still work. So I'm going to just tune to everyone on the group. Okay, so here's how healing works. So it's done through the energy of the divine, the creator, universal intelligence, God, whatever you call that energy. And so when I connect to this divine energy and I ask for this healing to occur, it's like a prayer or a command, and I ask for this healing to be done for you. So it can only be done with your permission. So you don't have to post yes every time I do a command. If you just say yes out loud, the creator, the divine will hear your request, and the change will be done on you. It'll be done on every level of your being, okay? So the first level is the core level. This is the level from the moment you were born to now. So any beliefs that you took on as a child. It's also done on genetic level. So in your DNA, we carry beliefs from our ancestors, and it goes back 7 generations. So if you think about what your ancestors went through in terms of marriage, relationships, soulmates, many years ago, there was arranged marriages that occurred. There was, women were perhaps seen as property, that you got married off and, and as a way to, shunt you along with your possessions and your property, and a woman couldn't own property. Beliefs about sort of men having to always be the providers in the family, so the women stayed at home and took care of the children. So some of these beliefs aren't necessarily serving you, because if you and your partner both work, but your subconscious says, oh, I should be at home with the children, that's going to create conflict. It's going to bring up guilt of, oh, I should be at home raising the children instead of being out at work, but maybe it's not financially viable for you to stop work because, children cost money, basically. So you may be in kind of in conflict and feeling burdensome. Okay, so these are just some of the things that we'll be working on. The third level is what we call history level beliefs. This is beliefs from past lives and deep ancestral programs. So we're talking about beliefs that go back thousands and thousands of years, many generations ago. And then the final level is the soul level. So you're a spiritual being in a physical body, and this physical body has a soul, the greater version of you. And it has also beliefs about love. And some of them may not be the highest versions. Okay. So I'm just going to tune into everyone on the video today. So Osami is saying, "Yay! I'm happy with my current relationship, although I wish it wasn't long distance." Okay, thank you for that. Long distance relationships on a subconscious level is there's a deep fear about love and fear of commitment. So you're kind of obligating that person to be away because you're afraid to have them in your life fully. So I'm going to work on clearing that for you. Okay, Carrie's saying, being single for years, now only one in my circle. I can't attract guys, never feel like they last. This is so common, Carrie. I hear this so many times. So we're going to look at some of your beliefs about love and feeling safe to be loved, fears around vulnerability, fears around beauty, feeling like, am I beautiful enough to attract a good guy, beliefs about men, so feeling that perhaps some men are not necessarily respectful or feeling disrespected. So I'm going to be clearing some of that as well, Carrie. So thank you for that. It's a very, very common block, very common. Hey, Lucy. Hello, my lovely. Hello, hello, hello. Oh, lovely. So many people. Okay, so Chantal's saying, single. I do attract ghosts who show no interest. Never works out for me. Okay, Chantal, we're going to do some work tonight. Okay, ready, guys? So I reckon we're going to be here for about 30 minutes. Okay, 30 minutes. Make yourself comfortable. If you need to get yourself a glass of water, do so. So I'm going to just tune into the group and I'm going to begin. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay. All right. So can I show you Creator's highest truth, understanding, perspective of what it is to be loved? Okay, loved by a mother, a father, a soulmate, a lover, a husband or wife. Is that okay? Now, you just need to say yes out loud. You don't need to type it in the chat. I want you to keep your eyes closed. If you say yes, this will be given to you on all levels. Okay, and I know some of you are healers on the line. So if you are healers, you're actually going to feel the energy. You're going to see it as well for yourself. Okay, if you're completely new to this, it's a meditational process. So just close your eyes, relax, and just receive the highest definition from the Creator of what love is and all the aspects of love. Can we teach what it feels like to be loved without feeling attacked, without feeling vulnerable, without feeling belittled, without feeling like you're a possession? Is that okay? Thank you. Okay. Can the Creator of all that is release any sorrow and sadness from your heart, from times where you had your heart broken? Okay, someone broke your heart, and maybe it was your father. Maybe that was the first man in your life. He broke your heart. Or maybe it was your mother. Maybe that was the first woman that broke your heart. So if you're a guy listening to this, maybe it was your mum. So we ask the Creator just to heal any hurt and betrayal as a result of being mistreated, disrespected. Maybe you were attacked or punished. It could be physical, mental abuse. There's different kinds of abuse. So I'm going to ask the Creator to do healing on this. Okay, for those of you who have experienced any form of abuse, I just want you to take a nice deep breath and release. Let it go. I know it holds a lot of charge, a lot of pain for you, but if you're willing to let it go, it can be released this evening. Okay. The second layer I'm being shown is anger. Anywhere you're holding anger towards people that mistreated you, disrespected you, took advantage, used you, manipulated you, tricked you, Anywhere that you felt that you weren't valued. Can we release all the anger? Because as long as you hold on to the anger, it holds you back, and it's kind of like a ball and chain that you take with you to each experience, each relationship. So can we show that it's possible for you to forgive the past and that you can forgive the past? And forgiveness doesn't atone that person for what they did. It frees you. Forgiveness is so that you can be free. Because as long as you hold on to that anger, that person, what they did to you, is still with you. And it's time to let it go. So if you're ready to forgive those that hurt you, okay, we're going to ask the Creator to do this for you now. Okay, sometimes you may see like cords or hooks from your heart or from your solar plexus. And these like chains that bind you. Your anger and resentment binds you to that person, that experience. So I'm going to ask the Creator just to cut those chains, to free you from these people. And sometimes that also means releasing any bits of DNA that you may hold from that person. It may be pieces of their soul, so soul fragments are also to be cleansed and returned to them. So I just want you to use your breath. So as I'm facilitating this healing for you, use your breath and let it go. Let go of all those people. You may see flashes of the faces of the people that hurt you. Let them wash over your eyes, and then they'll just rinse away. Letting go of the anger, the hurt, the betrayal. Letting go of the past, and it's safe to let go of the past. Good. Okay, there's some resistance for some of you. Some of you are holding on to your pain. It's like, he was wrong, he did this to me, it's his fault. And so as long as you hold that energy, it's almost like, if I remember what he did or what she did, I can protect myself from it happening again. So what you're doing is you're using the memory of abuse and pain as your protection. So you can't use abuse. The memory of abuse is your protection. Love and forgiveness is your protection. So as long as you hold on to that pain as that memory, you keep it in your energy field, and that's what you attract in the next relationships. This is why you may be attracting more people who continue to do this to you, because you're holding this pattern, this energy in your field. Okay, so you can't hold on to the past as a way to protect yourself. Allow love and forgiveness to protect you. So can we show that it's possible to allow the energy of love, the love that you have for yourself, to protect you? And that you can allow the forgiveness to protect you. And so show that you're worthy and deserving of letting go of the story of pain and suffering as a way to motivate you, as a way to protect yourself. Okay. Okay, can we show that Creator, all that is, loves you and wants to protect you, wants to support you, wants to guide you? Thank you. Can the Creator of all that is teach you and show that you are safe, you are protected, and that you know how to protect yourself? Can the Creator teach you and show you how to respect yourself, how to honor your body, how to honor your boundaries, and how to be respected by others? Is that okay? Thank you. Again, just use nice deep breaths to allow this to come in. Okay. Good. Okay. So can we teach you what it feels like to be loved without being attacked, without being punished, without being judged? So what it feels like to be loved without being hurt. How to be loved without feeling pain. So everywhere that in your life that love hurt, can we ask Creator to release this now? To show that you can receive a different kind of love. Where you can feel cherished, honored, you can feel sacred, you can feel special and important to that other person. Thank you. Okay, good. That feels better. Okay. Can we teach you, Creator's highest truth? There is a soulmate for you. So if you are single, there is a soulmate for you. There's in fact many soulmates for you. So can we show that you're worthy and deserving of attracting the most compatible soulmate to you, who loves you, who adores you, respects you, honors you, that you can grow together. And can show that that soulmate can find you. So instead of thinking, oh, I've got to try and find them, what if create can bring that soulmate to you? Would that be okay? And what it feels like to recognize the soulmate. So when you do see them, that you will know they are your soulmate. You will feel it in your heart. You will just know that this is the one. Can we free you from being afraid to love? Anywhere you're afraid to be vulnerable. Okay, because if you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you actually allow a person into your heart. So I feel some of you are like got your heart locked and you're kind of, that person can't quite get in. They want to, but you're not letting them in because you're scared. And when you allow yourself to be vulnerable with the right person, then you can allow that person to really love you on a much deeper level. Okay. So can we free you from having to be perfect as a way to be loved? So anyway, you've got criteria of like losing some weight, or there's prerequisites you've got on being pretty or being sexier to attract a soulmate. Can we show you that you can attract a soulmate just as you are? Thank you. Awesome. That feels good. Because we fall in love with the uniqueness of a person. We fall in love with their slightly crooked teeth and their little idiosyncrasies, those beautiful things that soulmate does. That's why we love them, not because they're perfect. It's because they're imperfect. It's that uniqueness we fall in love with. So if you allow yourself to be authentic and be real, that person, when they start to fall in love, they fall in love with a real you, rather than the illusion of perfection that you're trying to put out there. And there's a lot of pressure, particularly in women, a lot of pressure with plastic surgery and coloring your hair and losing weight. There's so much pressure. But actually, if you attract the right soulmate, they'll love you for who you are, not how much makeup you've got or how many grey hairs you've got. They're going to love you for you, who you really are at the core. That's real love. So can we teach you that it's safe for you to allow yourself to be loved by being vulnerable, to open your heart to love to the right person, and trusting that that person will also be vulnerable with you. Okay, this is going really deep, guys. Allow it to go into your heart. Let it sink into your heart. Vulnerable does not mean weakness, does not mean pathetic. It doesn't mean you need rescuing. Okay, vulnerability is a strength. Okay, good. It may feel a bit unfamiliar at first, so just breathe into it. And just allow Creator to show you how your vulnerability can be your strength. Be open to the possibility of your vulnerability being your strength. Good. So remember, I can only make these changes with your permission, so you must say yes out loud. Don't worry about putting it into the chat. Just keep your eyes closed. And if you would like these healings, you just say yes. And that gives me permission to make the changes. Okay. Okay, so some of you are watching this have got like a push and pull energy. It's like you allow the person to come close to you and you push them away. Allow them to come closer, push away. It's like you can't make up your mind. So there's fears around commitment. Okay, feeling that like the relationship will be a prison or a trap, feeling that that person will start to try and own you or be possessive or controlling. And this is a lot to do with genetic beliefs, ancestral beliefs about being a possession or piece of property, or feeling like that person owns you. So when I took my husband's name, his last name, he didn't own me. I just became his wife and I chose to take his name. But ancestrally, when you took on a husband's name, it was like you became his possession. So I'm going to just release some of your ancestral beliefs, which may go back hundreds of years, around feeling that a commitment, a committed relationship is a prison or a trap, or somehow you're going to be owned or controlled. So I'm going to ask the Creator to release that for you. Is that okay? Thank you. Okay, so can we show Creator's highest truth, what it feels like to feel free in a relationship? That you can speak your truth, be heard, be listened to, be acknowledged. You know how to make while feeling free. Can we teach what it feels like to be respected by your soulmate, be respected by your husband or wife? Can we teach you Creator's definition, understanding, perspective of interdependence? Okay, so you're not dependent, you're not completely independent, you're interdependent. This means you support each other. So let's just show you what it looks like and feels like to have interdependence in a relationship. Okay, so some of the ladies on the Facebook Live, that you're kind of waiting to be rescued by a man. Okay, this is like what we've been taught by Disney and the Disney princess of waiting for the knight in shining armor to rescue you from your credit card debt or from your problems. Okay, so ladies, a man is not a plan. Okay, you're not looking for a man to rescue. You rescue yourself. So this is about freeing yourself from being weak and recognizing your true power. So can the Creator of all that is teach you and show you that you can rescue yourself, that you do have the power to change your life, that you have the power to take control of your life, your finances, your career. But a man, it doesn't complete you. A man just adds to that which you are. You're already whole. So allow Creator to help you recognize you're already whole and complete. Thank you. So when you are completely in your true power, you become much more attractive rather than being the victim waiting to be rescued. So allow Creator to show you your true power. And this is not like dominating, controlling power. This is a wise power. Where you can feel powerful, empowered, knowing that you can be a strong woman or a strong man without being threatening to others. So free from being rescued by the knight in shining armor. And you show that you can rescue yourself by claiming your birthright to make choices for yourself. Make positive, loving choices for yourself each and every day. Okay, good. Awesome. Okay, so we just tune in and see what else we've got. Okay. Being visible. Okay. So Chantel, this one's for you, my love. So anyone else who would like this as well. So can we teach you that it's safe to be visible? Okay, that it's safe to be visible by a man without being seen as a piece of meat or a piece of property. That you can be visible without the fear of being attacked, without the fear of being judged. Thank you. And can we show that you can be visible and seen by the right type of soulmate? So this is about attracting the right kind of attention. Okay, good. Okay, so I'm going to ask the Creator just to clear anywhere that you feel needy or desperate for love. So if you've been single for a while and you're really craving that physical touch and nurturing from a soulmate, that comfort, and what you're doing is you're letting out that needy energy, that desperate energy. I'm going to ask the Creator just to heal that, to release that. Okay, because it's going to attract the wrong type of person. This is where you attract people who just want to use you for sex. If you're letting out this needy energy, you're going to attract these type of soulmates or these type of people. So we want to clear this needy energy out. So I'm just bringing the highest truth of what it feels like to give love to yourself, nurture to yourself, and to reach out to family and friends for that physical comfort and physical touch, because some of your skin is literally craving that physical touch, craving to be held, to be caressed, to be told it's okay. And right now, if you haven't got a soulmate, maybe a friend who just gives you a hug and, and strokes your face and tells you it's okay. reach out for a friend that can give you that physical contact that's obviously non-sexual. And then when you have that, when you feel nourished in that way, then you're in a much better place to attract the right kind of soulmate rather than from a desperation energy. So if that's you, you just need to say yes. You don't have to post in the chat, just say yes out loud. The Creator will hear your request and the healing will be done for you. Okay, some of you are getting emotional, and that's okay. This is part of the process. Allow the tears to come. Tears are a form of energy clearing. Okay, tears are an energy. Allow yourself to release. This is all sorrow and sadness from being used by men or women who've taken advantage of you as a result of your, I guess, weakness or vulnerability or your desperation. So I just want you to allow the tears to come and use your breath. Breathe, breathe, let go. I'm here for you. To show that you're worthy and deserving of being loved and cherished, and that there is a soulmate for you. Can we show the hard times are behind you? To stop punishing yourself with men or women. To stop punishing yourself with sex or drugs or alcohol. To honor yourself, honor your body temple, and to recognize that you are the prize. And to recognize that it is possible for you to have a loving, loving soulmate. Because the Creator doesn't dangle carrots. If you have a desire for a soulmate, that person exists. Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to have the capacity to have that desire if it doesn't exist. There's more than one soulmate for you. You get to pick. There's not just one, there's many. You get to pick the best one for you. But some of you need to be ready for a soulmate. That means doing inner work, clearing some of these beliefs, clearing some of these blocks to increase your self-worth. So you can love yourself more. And when you love yourself fully and completely, you can attract the best soulmate to you. So just honor that you may need a little bit more work on yourself, some more self-care, some healing. So reach out to a practitioner to get the healing you need to release some of these wounds. But just know that a soulmate does exist. They are there for you. In a moment, I'm going to show you some steps that you can take to continue your healing journey, to receive the best love possible. Okay, good. Let go, let go. The more you surrender, the more you let go, the easier this old energy can release. Good. Well done. Well done. Nice deep breath. Okay, so if you already are in a relationship, I'm just going to do a quick clearing for you guys. So once you have a soulmate, then you're going to learn to live with them, right? Okay, and sometimes they get on your nerves. Okay, so we're going to allow her to show you how to have love grow and continue in a committed relationship. How to live without getting bored in a relationship. How to keep the passion alive in the relationship. That it's possible for you to fall in love over and over again. And that you know what it feels like to get creative in your sex life. So you can keep the passion alive. Can we teach what it feels like to communicate to your partner and be honest with your feelings without offending or hurting them? Can we teach you that it's possible to express your needs and desires to your soulmate? Because, I'll be honest, guys, men aren't mind readers. They don't always know what you're thinking. You got to tell them what you want, how you like it, yeah? So be honest. Tell them what you need to feel loved. And ask them what they need to feel loved. So one of my husband's love languages is praise. So if I praise him, he feels loved. If I complain, I speak the opposite. So I want you to recognize what is the love language of your soulmate. Is it physical touch? Is it acts of service? Is it quality time? Is it gifts? What is the love language of your soulmate? What is your love language? What makes you feel loved? Okay, good. Okay, nice deep breath. Okay. All right. Well done, well done. I know some of you were quite teary in that one. It was quite a biggie. If you got quite emotional, there's definitely more work to do. So there's a couple of steps that you can take, guys. So I have a meditation evening coming up in London. I'm going to share the link with you in the Facebook. Just bear with me because this is the first time I've done Facebook Live. There you go. I've just posted it into the chat there. So there's a link for, wow, there's so many comments. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to get to all you guys if possible. That's the link for the meditation evening. That's in London. So if you're completely new to this work, this is a great place to start the meditation evening. So it'll be in London this Thursday night. So you can get your tickets online. Myself and a colleague of mine, Tatiana, will be taking you through more of this energy clearing to clear more blocks towards love. So it's about attracting a soulmate and creating lasting love. So this is let's have a look. It's 8 till 9, 9 till 10. So it's a 2-hour event, where it's full immersion to clear your blocks to attracting a soulmate and creating lasting love. So we have opportunity to go much more in depth on that event. If you're a Theta healer, then a great place to start is the Growing Relationships class. So if you've done the basic and advanced, they're the prerequisites, then you can attend the Growing Relationships class, and that's going to be this weekend, this Saturday and Sunday. And that link is right at the top on the post in Facebook. So you can click on that and book your tickets. It'll be a phenomenal class, the Growing Relationships class. This is where we take a soulmates course into a much deeper level. This is exploring some beliefs of genetic fears that you may be carrying in regards to having a committed relationship, how relationship changes over time. So, for example, how relationship changes in terms of bedroom with sex. Does sex become boring or mundane, or are you not having sex at all in your marriage? And this is a common thing that I see in married couples is they just stop having sex. It's kind of like a once a month thing or once a year thing. In order to keep the passion live in your marriage or in your long-term relationships, it requires that physical contact. So we talk about sex in marriage. We talk about how a relationship is changed through having children, and certainly changed in my marriage with my husband. When I became a mother, my relationship with my body changed. The way I related to my breasts changed because I was a breastfeeding mum. They were no longer fun bags for my husband. They became a nurture for my children. So my relationship with my body did change after giving birth and having children. And that's beliefs I need to work on myself to reawaken that sacred divine feminine energy, so I could be a mother and a lover to my husband at the same time. There'll be beliefs around how the in-laws can get involved in the marriage as well. I know that's a lot of people have blocks with regards to that, where perhaps the mother-in-law is controlling the son in the marriage. So not always great. We work on rules of the relationship. So here's one of my rules in the relationship. We never go to bed angry. This is an awesome rule. So if Josh and I, my husband Josh, if we have a fight, we have to resolve it, discuss it before we go to bed. No one goes to bed crying or arguing or angry. We must resolve it before we go to sleep. And that's something we set out right at the beginning of our relationship. Another rule for our relationship is we have a shared bank account. I see a lot of couples fighting over money. You guys, the number one cause of divorce is actually money. That's the number one cause of divorce. The second cause of divorce is abuse. Physical and emotional abuse in a marriage. That's the second most common cause. But number one is money. So my husband and I have a joint bank account. And so we pull our money together and it becomes our money. It's not about who owns more. It's our collective money. We share the money. So I'm not counting how much money he's put in, how much I've put in. We share our money together. We work as a team. And we work as a team. We work much better. I mean, we both work for ourselves. We have our own companies. There are some months that Josh owns more. There are some months that I own more. I'm not counting. So I've had hard times in my life and he's supported us as a family. He's had hard times and I've supported the family. And I'm happy to do that because it's a team. You work as a collaboration. And I see a lot of couples fighting because he's got his money, you've got your money. And if you're working part-time while you're looking after the children and he's working full-time earning more money, that can make the woman feel very devalued, feeling that somehow taking care of children is not really a real job. And I'll be honest, taking care of kids is hard work. It's actually easier to sit at a desk and work at your computer than to take care of kids 24/7 when they're running around, trying to do meals, changing nappies. You've cleaned one area, they've made another mess. Mums, it doesn't stop, right? It's hard work, and you never get on the list. That self-care goes out the door. So it's hard work. And often women aren't really recognized for just how much they do in the home. We're being told by society we can have it all. You can have, the husband, you can have a sexy body, you can have a wonderful career earning plenty of money, be a great mother all the same time. I'll be honest, like that is an illusion. That is an illusion. There are some days where I'm not the best mum because I'm really busy with work. There are times where I'm not necessarily the best wife for my husband because I'm tired and I'm cranky. So the reality is like life and family is not perfect. But if you have foundational beliefs there, then you're not punishing yourself when you have an off day. So if I'm cranky, one day and I just haven't got the patience for my children, my husband takes over because I just don't have the tolerance. And then when I'm calm, I'm then able to be better, a better parent for my son and daughter, have the patience, be a bit kind instead of being one of those shouting mums. So this is all that we cover on the growing relationships class. So rules in a relationship. So what are your rules that you have in a relationship? Maybe you haven't set any rules. Fighting for dominance. Who's the alpha, right? So we look at some of these really deep old genetic belief systems about fighting, who's in charge. And actually both my husband and we're both in charge. We both take turns being the leader. There are some things that my husband does better in the relationship and some things I do better. So we're not fighting for dominance. The roles of the relationship. So this is a big one. So sometimes you become a parent to your partner, which completely destroys the sex life. Sometimes maybe you're a mother to your parents, and so you haven't got time to be nurturing and caring for your partner or your kids because you're taking care of your elderly parents. So you want to have a look at some of the roles that you're playing. Maybe your partner is your father, which then again, that is, this is where I see young women going for older men, looking for a father figure, looking to take care of them the way a father would do. And again, this is not a healthy relationship by any means. We talked about money being the number one cause of divorce, so we look at money beliefs as well. Sex and loyalty, so we talk about if you've been betrayed by a partner who perhaps had an affair and how you deal with that in the marriage. Is it possible to forgive that person? Is it possible to move past that point? And also, maybe you're on the verge of thinking, I'm going to get divorced, and maybe that relationship can be saved. This is a great opportunity to explore your beliefs about what's going wrong in the relationship, because if you have problems in your marriage and you have a divorce, you're going to take your problems with you to the next relationship. And this is why when people get divorced, they go for their second husband, third husband, fourth husband, and so forth, or second wife, third wife, fourth wife. It's because they take their problems with you. Now, not saying don't get divorced. If that's the decision you've made, great. But at least work on your beliefs so that you're not taking those problems with you to the next relationship, that you're seeing that new soulmate from a clean slate rather than projecting all your issues from your previous marriage onto your new wife or husband, because it's not fair on that person. They're a different person. But if you project those problems onto them, you'll obligate them to become that ex-wife, ex-husband, and you'll get divorced again. So this is a powerful class, the Growing Relationships class. It's available for people who've done the Healing Basic and Advanced class, the Healing Basic and Advanced class. So that's the prerequisites. You don't need to dig deeper for this class. It's an elective. And this is on this weekend. Okay, the dates are 29th to the 30th of September. And it'll be the Holiday Inn in Bloomsbury. And you need to enroll online. So I've sent you the link in the Facebook Live. And I'll be doing more of these Facebook Lives over this coming week. So look out for those. Also, I look forward to seeing some of you on the meditation evening in London. So before I finish, let's have a look what else I need to tell you, because you guys got lots of questions here. Let's see. Okay. Katka, you've got your ticket. Awesome. Brilliant. So we'll see you. On Thursday night. Okay. Oh, that's a good one. Okay. Osami, you said you've realized you've got a fear of getting bored in a relationship. Okay, that's going to get stale. Okay, so we did some clearing on that this evening. Okay, so look out for more of the energy clearings over the coming evenings as I clear more of this stuff. But yeah, so because it's your birthday, my love, I'm going to do a special clearing for you. So let's have a look. Fear of boredom. Okay, this is where a relationship becomes routine, it becomes predictable, and when it becomes predictable, the spark goes. So, so can we show you that you can have routine in a relationship, but still have adventure as well? Is that okay? And how to bring adventure and spark into the relationship. Okay, good. That's better. Okay. Also, what I'm being shown is some of your kind of repeating patterns of what your parents did and ancestors, grandparents. So where routine became a form of, I guess, respect and what was expected of a person. So I'm just going to free you from kind of necessarily copying what your parents' relationship was like. So anywhere for you guys on listening to the Facebook Live this evening, anywhere you're afraid that you're going to repeat the patterns of your parents, can we free you from that fear and show you that you can create your own style of marriage, your own style of relationship? Okay, you get to choose your rules in the relationship. Oh, that's awesome. That feels so much better. For many of you needed that one actually. Good. Breathe into that. Good. You're free. You're free. So, Osami, what I do with my husband, we have date lunch. So when our kids go to school, we have date lunch. Obviously, if you're working during the day, then obviously it'll be a date dinner, and we surprise each other. So one of the things my husband surprised me with was rock climbing. He just said, "Look, you just got to wear sneakers and some gym gear." I had no idea what he had planned, and we ended up rock climbing. So that was our date lunch, and I surprised him by going to nice restaurants, spa days. We went to a Turkish hammam, like really cool stuff. So the next date lunch for us is going to be hot yoga. So he's not done yoga, so we'll see how that goes, right? That's our next date lunch I've got planned. I don't think he knows yet. That's why I'm whispering. So if he watches this Facebook Live, he knows what we're doing. So it's like a surprise. So we do really cool adventurous stuff on our date lunch or date days to keep the passion and excitement alive in our relationship. And we also talk. We also talk about our dreams, our hopes, and our desires. We're communicating more now because I've cleared the beliefs. I'm much more open as to what I want from him, what I expect from him, and what he wants as well. It's important that I address his needs in the relationship too. So yeah, you can keep the passion alive through exciting date nights. Because when you're married, it's very easy to get into routine and you forget about the courting. And the courting is what brings excitement and passion into the relationship. So I still like getting flowers and chocolates. My husband does really special things for me. One of my love languages is acts of service. So when he does things for me, I really feel love. So when he cooks the dinner, I really feel love. When he's taken the time to make something especially for me, I know and I feel that he loves me. So it's about recognizing what your love language is. I'm going to talk more about love languages on the next Facebook Live. So that will probably be tomorrow. I don't know what time yet. It'll probably be maybe a little bit earlier, a bit later, but I'll post that on Facebook so you'll have plenty of notice. Okay. So Viola, you're saying you got triggered from the webinar earlier. Okay. Oh, great. So it was good you hopped onto this. It was all perfect. I just got the guidance that I just need to continue the flow this evening. So I did a webinar earlier for my students for extra support. Sabrina's saying more FB Lives. Of course, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. It's just because you can't edit an FB Live. So when you say something, it's out there forever, right? So if I make a boo-boo, it's out there. Okay, you're welcome, you're welcome. Oh, hello, Crystal. Hello, my lovely. We're due to have another session. So message me when you're available and we'll do our other session because we've got a session that we need to do. Okay, guys, so I'm going to finish up tonight. Thank you for staying on the line. I've gone way over. So hopefully you enjoy this energy clearing session. If you dived halfway in, obviously you can listen to the recording from the beginning so you can understand what theta healing is, how it works, and why you're having to say yes to something. So you get an understanding of the changes that are actually occurring on an energy level and on a DNA level. And I look forward to seeing you on the meditation evening in London this Thursday. And for Theta healers, I hope that you will join me on the Growing Relationships class. It's going to be a powerful, powerful class. This will help you to attract a soulmate, magnetize a soulmate to you, become the best version of you. And if you're in a relationship, clear those blocks to create an amazing, amazing, committed relationship. Regardless of whether you're married or not, it's about really having that committed relationship where you feel safe, you feel respected, that the passion is kept alive, the sex is still exciting, and that you continue to have lasting love in that relationship so you can grow old together. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to say goodnight, and I'll see you, on the next Facebook Live tomorrow, or otherwise on the meditation evening or on the class. Okay. Good night, everyone. Thank you. Lots of love.